Hey guys, in this tutorial we are going to see properties of square numbers and subsequently we will see the numericals based on properties of square numbers. Let's go and see very first property of square number. First property of square number is the ending digit, that is nothing but the digit at units place of square number is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. That is nothing but the number which is a perfect square number will always end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. For an example, let's take few perfect square numbers. Suppose 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121 and 144. Suppose these are the numbers we have which are perfect square numbers. You can see the number at units place is always 9, 6, 5, 6, 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. So that is what the first property of square number. Let's go and see our second property. Second property of square number is a number having 2, 3, 7, 8 at units place is never a perfect square number. For an example, we take 15, 27, 33, 83, 88. You can see this number cannot be perfect square numbers, or if we see the perfect square numbers, we will not have these four numbers at the units place. So that is what the second property of perfect square numbers. Now let us go and see third property of square numbers. Third property of square numbers is if a number has 1 or 9 at its units place, then square of this number always has 1 at its units place. This is very simple because see, 1 into 1 is 1 and 9 into 9 is 81. So we got 1 at the units place always. Whichever the number we take which is ending with 1 or 9, we will get 1 at the units place. So that is what the third property of square numbers. Fourth property is if the digit at units place of the number is 4 or 6, then its square will always have 6 at its units place. This property is also very simple. Suppose the number we take 4 and square of 4 is 16. Suppose we number take 6, square of 6 is 36. Suppose if we take number 14 and square of 14 is 196. Suppose we take number 16, square of 16 is 256. You can see the number at units place is 4 or 6. Its square is always ending with the number 6. So that is what the fourth property. Now let us go and see fifth property. Fifth property of square numbers is if a number ends with n zeros, its square ends with 2n zeros. Number of zeros at the end of square number is always even. For an instance, let's take 10. Square of 10 is 100. For another example, let's take 30. Square of 30 is 900. Let's take 400. Square of 400 is 40,000. You can see the number present at the end are 2 and the number present at the end of the square of the given number are 4. Here number of zeros present at the end is 1. Here they are 2. Here it is 1. Here they are 2. It means what? The number of zeros are just doubling if we do square of it. And what is meaning of this note? Number of zeros at the end of square number is always even. You can see here there are 4 zeros, here there are 2 zeros, here there are 2 zeros. It means what? The number of zeros at the end of perfect square number will be always even number, because whatever the number present at the end of the number of which square we are going to do, after doubling it, that number will come always even number. This is nothing but the meaning of this note. Let's go and see sixth property of square numbers. Sixth property of square number is a perfect square number leaves remainder 1 or 3 on dividing it by 3. Let us take perfect square numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. These are the squares of first 10 natural numbers. If we divide 1 by 3, the quotient we will get 0.3 and remainder will be 1. If we divide 4 by 3, then the quotient will be 1 and remainder will be 1. If we take 9, then the quotient will be 3 and remainder will be 0. Similarly, if we divide 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100 by 3, the remainder will always be 0 or 1. So that is what the sixth property of square numbers. Now let us go and see seventh property of square numbers. Seventh property of square number is for any natural number n plus 1 square minus n square is n plus 1 plus n. Suppose we put 7 in the place of this n, then what we will get? 7 plus 1 square minus 7 square is 7 plus 1 plus 7, nothing but 8 square minus 7 square equal to 8 plus 7. That is nothing but the seventh property. If we take another example, 5 square minus 4 square equal to 5 plus 4, nothing but 9. Here it will be 15. These are what the properties of square numbers. One more property of square number present. That property is sum of first n odd numbers is n square. Suppose we take 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. What did I do? I took first 5 natural odd numbers, then the addition of all these numbers will be 5 square. If I take only 2 numbers, then its addition will be 2 square. If I take only 3 numbers, then its addition will be 3 square. So that is what the another property. I hope guys you are clear with all these properties. Now let us go and see the questions based on these properties. Very first question is, seeing value of the units place, state which of the following can be a perfect square number. So here you can see 1 is the number at units place, and you know that 1 can be the number present at the units place of perfect square number. So this can be a perfect square number. 2 cannot be present at the units place of perfect square number, so this cannot be a perfect square number. 4 can present at the units place of perfect square number, so this can be perfect square number. 8 cannot present, so this cannot be perfect square number. 9 can present, so this can be perfect square number. Let's go for another question. Question number 2 is, squares of which of the following numbers will have 1 at their units place. So you know that if 1 and 9, these two numbers are present at the units place of any number, then the square will have 1 at the units place. So here it is 7, so it will not have 1 at the units place. Here it is 1, so definitely it will have 1 at the units place of this number square. This will also have, this will not have, this will also not have. Let's go for our third question. Third question, you can see, which of the following numbers will not have 1 at their units place. This question is very similar to previous question. This number will not have 1 at the units place. This will also not have 1 at the units place. This will have, because the number present at the units place of this 69 is 9. So after squaring it, definitely 1 will be the number present at the units place of the square. This will also have 1 at the units place. This will not have, because 1 or 9 not present at the units place. Let's go for fourth question. Fourth question is, squares of which of the following numbers will not have 6 at their units place. You know that if the number present at the units place of any number are 4 or 6, then and then that number square will have 6 at the units place. So here this number will not have 6 at the units place. This number square will also not have 6. This number square will definitely have 6 at the units place. This number square will also have 6 at the units place, and this number square will not have 6 at the units place because 6 or 4 not present at the units place of given number. Let's go for another question. Question number 5 is, which of the following numbers will have 6 at their units place? You know that if 6 or 4 present at the units place of given number, then its square will definitely have 6 at the units place. So this number will definitely have 6 at the units place. This will not have, this will have, this will not have, and this will have. Our sixth question is, if a number ends with 3 zeros, how many zeros will its square have? You know that according to property of square number, if n zeros present at the end of given number, then its square will have 2n number of zeros. Here 3 zeros are given at the end of one number, then definitely its square will have 3 into 2 zeros, nothing but 6 zeros. Let's go for another question. If the square of number ends with 10 zeros, how many zeros will the number have? That number will have 10 divided by 2 zeros, nothing but 5 zeros at the end. Next question. Is it possible for the square of number to end with 5 zeros? Its answer is no, because whatever the number of zeros present at the end of any number, its square will have twice the number of zeros, and if we double any number, the number become always even number. So 5 is the odd number, and odd number of zeros cannot present at the end of square of any number. That is why it is not possible for the square number to end with 5 zeros. Square of 54 will be definitely even number, because square of 4 is 16, which is even number. That is why the square of 54 will be even number. Similarly, square of 76 will be even number, and square of 75 will be odd number, because 5 square is 25, which is odd number, and 6 square is 36, which is even number. Question number 9 is, give reasons to show that none of the numbers given below is a perfect square. Let's take first example 2162. Here the number present at the units place is 2, and we know that if the number present at the units place is 2, 3, 7 or 8, then that number cannot be a perfect square number. So that is the reason with which we can show that the 2162 is the not perfect square number. Similarly, we can show 6843 is not perfect square number. Similarly, 9637 and 6598 are also not perfect square numbers. 10th question is, state whether the square of following numbers is even or odd. Let's take 23. The number present at the units place is 3, and square of 3 is 9, which is odd number. So definitely square of 23 will be odd number. Give reason to show that none of the numbers 640, 81000 and 36 5 times 0 is a perfect square. Let's take first number, that is 640. You can see the number of zeros present at the end is only 1, and if we see the property of square numbers, the number of zeros present at the end of perfect square number are always even, and here this one is odd number, you know that. So of course this 640 will not be perfect square number. Similarly, in the next number 81000, 3 zeros are present, 3 is odd number, and we want even number at the end of this number to have that particular number as perfect square number. So this is also not perfect square number. And similarly, in the last number 36, 5 times 0, number of zeros are 5, so 5 is odd number. So that is why this number is also not perfect square number. Question number 12 is, evaluate 37 square minus 36 square. You know the seventh property of square numbers. Seventh property is n plus 1 square minus n square equal to n plus 1 plus n. Here you can see in first example 37 square minus 36 square is equal to 36 plus 1 square minus 36 square. If we apply this property in this case, it will be 36 plus 1 plus 36. So this number will come 72 plus 1 and it will be 73. So this is nothing but the answer of this question. Let's go for seeing our third example. 101 square minus 100 square. So here similarly we can write 100 plus 1 square minus 100 square. This we can write as 100 plus 1 plus 100. So 100 plus 100 is 200 and plus 1 is 201. So this is the answer of our third question. Let's go for our next question. Without doing the actual addition, find the sum of. Very first question is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 15 17 19 21 and 23. Let's count the numbers present over here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So these are first 12 odd natural numbers present and we are going to find out its addition. According to properties of square numbers, addition of first n odd natural numbers is equal to n square. So number present over here are 12, so its addition will be 12 square and 12 square is 144. So the addition of first 12 odd natural numbers equal to 144. Let's solve another one. Third one, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus dot 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 up to 53. You can see the numbers present over here are 27. Okay, so addition of all these number will be 27 square, and if we write 27 square, it will give us additions. 49, 7 into 2, 14 plus 4, 18 plus this 0, 14, 4, 5, so 9, 2, 729. So 729 is the addition of first 27 odd natural numbers. Let's go for our next question. Question number 14 is, write 3 sets of Pythagorean triplets such that each set has number less than 30. Here is first triplet 3, 4 and 5 because 3 square plus 4 square equal to how much? 9 plus 16, which is equal to 25 and which is equal to 5 square. So it gives us 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 square. So this 3, 4 and 5 becomes Pythagorean triplet. Another example we can take 6, 8 and 10 because 6 square plus 8 square equal to 36 plus 64, which is equal to 100 and which is equal to 10 square. So therefore 6, 8 and 10 is also Pythagorean triplet. And if we want one more, then we can write 5, 12 and 13 because 5 square plus 12 square equal to 25 plus 144 equal to 169, and 169 is nothing but 13 square. So therefore 5, 12 and 13 also becomes Pythagorean triplet, and all these numbers are less than 30. In this way guys, we have finished all the properties of square numbers, and we have seen solutions of all the questions in exercise based on properties of square numbers. If you found this tutorial useful, please don't forget to subscribe this channel, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.